Okay. All right.
So your name is Jerry? I just need a moment.
Okay, I turned it up. Can you hear me? I can hear you. I'm turning it up really loud. Say something. Nobody knows who I am? I've got it up as loud as it'll go. Everybody will have to get quiet, I think. Unless, speaker into the TV.
There you go.
Hi, Rosa. Hi, Jerry.
Oh, Rosa! Is any volume control, Sarah? Well, everybody wave by to Rosa, our genealogy and dear sister. Huh? And everybody what? Before everybody, I've been told I have the loudest mouth in Southern Indiana by a lot of referees, but that's debatable. So tonight I'm using the microphone. If everyone would, we have some guests on virtual, so I want you to wave high And just kind of let's hit the sisters up on, max volume right now. So come up, wave high, say hello, see what they say, and then we'll get around to our stories. Presumably they'll listen, so don't tell any bad stories about Jerry or Rosa or anybody else. So, okay? So there you go, Amber. Good to have you on TV. All right. They should be able to get right on.
All right, good. Jerry's frozen over here.
That's Jerry. I don't know. Jerry's not there. Jerry's not there. Yes. Westies, go wait.
There you go. You're welcome. So Susie and Daryl, best cousin ever.
Yes, that
We're good.
All right, let's see the cast.
Jim's phone. Just catching these. There you go. Oh,
And there's my bike.
all right. So Amber and JP.
It's funny you said that. Her last name is Jean-Pierre.
Oh,
But her husband goes by JP.
ah,
So yeah, there's the.
there's a course.
I'll take that.
I'm gonna.
Jim. Hi, Jimmy. Jimmy.
Hey, how are you?
He's got a broken leg.
Yeah, I'm a hot dog Can you hear me?
Now, who's that? Jerry? Is Jerry on there twice or is that different Jerry? If this is Jerry Salmon, which Jerry is that?
That's Jerry Salmon.
That's that, it's a static picture.
So that one's live,
Yes.
and that's just his name. He's probably on a phone and laptop or something. Thank you, Jerry, for everything that you did. All these pictures and the video.
How many people are on the screen?
Did you?
I didn't know he's recording.
Yes. We need to get him a raise. He needs more money.
I'm 14 days out.
That's big bucks. Seriously. Who's that black dog? Patrick. Who's that black dog? The dog is Brett? Are you babysitting? Yes, baby. Patrick? You have 2 dogs? Wow.
Now, are they pictures names?
That's my daughter's children. She's on the right. That's her hand. She was on earlier. And those are her children. Hi, Woody. Wow. Good job. Good job. Does Nala like it? Yes? Are you having fun? I miss you. I miss you. I love you.
Like chairman.
Where's your four-legged friend?
My bicycle?
Your four-legged friend. Four-legged friend. Shrek. 2 words. There it is. Yeah, here's Susie. Susie, put yours up. Make sure it's yes.
What type Jim? This is Weston. Say hi.
Jim's on the phone now. That's Daddy's uncle.
Now you guys.
Hang in there.
There's too many people on the screen.
People on the screen.
Wish you could be here.
I know.
See you.
Mackenzie, come in here. Tyler Mackenzie. Hi, Jan. This is my granddaughter.
Thank you.
So this is Uncle Jim, and that's Aunt Jan.
Hey, ladies, can't see through you.
Sorry.
That's what you call it.
There he goes. Or there they are, over there. She knows how to do the Egyptian. Yeah, do the Egyptian. Yes.
She looks like little Paula. I said she looks like little
There, she's
Paula.
showing you the dance. Do it again. I'll hold you. Do it again. So that's our your grandpa's brother.
Rock on, JP.
There's Uncle George. Uncle George. Oh, wait, where's the camera? Down there? Up there?
The camera?
Yeah.
Right here. Here we are.
Oh, I got like a picture.
Right there.
Down there?
Right there.
Yeah, but you're on the screen.
Hi, Lena.
Oh, look at the roller skate. What's the dog's name? Marley?
And they're babysitting Phil. This is Tyler.
Hey, what a beautiful family.
And look at that kids, they're 20. Hi, Jerry. What do we know that we're on today?
Can you hear you, Rosa?
Hi.
Can we hear you?
That's your face right there. That's what it is.
Hey, Rosa, can you hear me? Can you hear me, Rosa? We can't hear you. And we talk some because it's not picking up your voice. Now I heard you.
Yes, I can hear you.
I can hear you now.
Okay.
Were you trying to tell us something?
Oh, well, I hi, everybody.
Can you hear me?
Yes, now we can hear.
Martha can hear you.
Yes.
Crazy kids. Jim, did you see? Jim, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Well, Susie wanted to show you her broken ankle. Or
Okay.
some kind of surgery. So she's like holding the boot up so you can see it.
Okay.
Wait, here she comes. Susie, you want to show Jim your book? Yeah. She wanted to be your twin tonight. Jim, your boot. You said no, your boot. It's like my book. There's the camera right there. Gotta get back.
Okay.
No, that's not going to be Mike.
All right, so here's
He's
me.
not as limber as I used to be. He's got a cat.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
Jim, oh my God, you win. You win.
So I have 2 more weeks in the cat.
I had a simple ankle surgery. Simple. But painful.
I had a fracture
I
and
saw-
I got pins in plate.
I saw the x-rays of yours.
Yeah.
But you didn't have to do that because you didn't want to come, really. But I mean, it was a great effort. We all appreciate it. But
Women are stronger.
Yes,
Who's
yes,
here?
yes.
a little sciatica here and there. You can only use that excuse once, right?
I know,
Okay?
I know. So in 2 weeks I get a boot.
Twice.
No, I said in 2 weeks I get a boot.
Again, one more time.
In 2 weeks I get a boot.
2 weeks.
2 weeks and a boot.
Good. Oh, that's what you're trying to do. So where are they? Boca Raton. Okay. Can they hear us?
Jerry, I had no idea you were a twin. But your twin hasn't moved all night.
Primary doctor.
2 ways.
My doctor.
But your twin has not moved all night. Rosa, stop laughing. Jerry, I like your t-shirt. Valentina. It's Ben.
Just you splurge every now and then, you do the smart thing the rest of the time.
Isn't she Bertie's twin?
So, yeah.
She looks like Bertie to me.
I can't see the picture of Bertie. Diane said there's only one
You can
picture
get
of
it right here in
Bertie,
front.
so I'm waiting
Pick
to
up
see
the
it.
camera.
They're muted.
And then you can talk.
You can talk in that mic. You can hear them
Right here.
Right.
right there, but they're muted.
No, I can't hear you.
Oh, they are.
My
They can hear us, but we can't hear them.
No,
I'm here. See that? When you have that line across there, their voices aren't coming out. They have to take that off. Can you hear you? Jerry? Jim's okay? He's off. Yeah, that's just a story.
Well, I guess it's a ring still.
But Amber should take hers off. See the mute?
Right. So we can't. I heard them earlier, so she must have turned it off.
Take off the mute. We can't hear you.
I've got the
Oh, there she is. Okay, I
There,
can
it's
hear
off.
you now. Uncle Daryl just makes everything happen, doesn't he?
Hi there.
Yeah.
No, she's talking.
Let me hear your voice. Let me hear you, Valentina.
Almost
Fell into it. That would have been bad. Hi, sweetie. I love you. I miss you. See you soon.
We can hear you. You just need to talk louder.
Well, this for the drop
Hey, Jerry. Jerry. Can you hear us? Thank you. Nicely done. Nicely done. So I'll forgive you for wearing that top. Okay? See you guys. Bye-bye. Farewell. I'll be the same.
Good seeing you, Jim. Good seeing you.
Jim was right here. He's been here for half an hour. What the? Sorry. What the heck are you wearing Illinois colors?
Can you hear him?
All right. How's the leg? You feeling okay?
You got a big old dance.
Is it swollen? Is it still hurting? All right. Just tell you what, I know you found out COVID is no picnic, so I had the Omicron. Today's 2 weeks, so I'm good. I'm good. All right. Oh, they left.
Bye, Jerry.
What are you doing, Andy?
They're still there. They're back. And I tell you what, can you hear us, Jim? Can you hear us? Can you hear us very well?
Yes.
You can hear? Okay.
Yes.
If you want to stay on, we'll leave this on because we're going to tell family stories here. Okay?
Okay.
Or fibs. So at any rate, we're just going to go by, I don't know, our volume here is not good. So we won't be able to hear you tell a story unless you know sign language, okay? So at any rate, but if you want to listen in, Rosa, you too, you can be in this part, okay? Can you hear us good? All right. Okay. So we'll leave you on.
Yeah.
All right. All right, some jazz, get going. All right, we're gonna keep our virtual audience on while we tell our family stories, okay? So, way back when I first started sending you emails, I asked you, this kind of falls on the boomer generation, in other words, my generation's, siblings, cousins, etc., to be prepared to give a 5-minute family history thing, what's going on with your family, any updates, and then tonight I have the category of favorite memory of growing up on Ferree, or related to one, okay? By marriage or otherwise, so, but at any rate, so, Martha Ann, our current matriarch, has generously agreed to be the first first participant. Okay, so yes, you can applaud if you want. All right, so the 5-minute limit thing is not real strong, but you go 10 minutes, you're off the stage. Okay. Martha Solomon, Martha Ferree Solomon.
Okay, first of all, I am a denied actress. My dad never got home from work in time to take me to play practice. And so, may I have your undivided attention? I don't do well with competition, but I'm trying to be a better one. Right, Diane?
We, I'm in the 40s. We're.
Did you need something?
Yeah, your complete attention.
Hands up.
We got business going on over there.
It's just like when I got the.
Okay, Martha.
Let
him
Jim's trying to look at you.
Either that or it's the hook.
He wants you to move over. You're standing in front of Jim and Janet.
Go get the button.
I'm taking care of business right now.
ATO.
Oh, who's next? You're done? Oh, you want to sing a duet? Okay. Take it to the back, Homer.
It's Rose's turn.
He's always been, my favorite story. He's gonna be my favorite story.
Who is?
Oh, come
Okay, are we ready? We're ready, all right. We are all getting acquainted here, and this is my first opportunity to really meet with the Ferree cousin. I do like the small group. Our relationships have been intense, and I love my cousin Michelle, whom I really haven't known. So what I would first like to do is for you to go back to my grandfather, who is Homer Ferree Sr., and my grandmother, Rosa Yurt. So they had 10 children.
Not mine.
Look at the wall.
Don't listen to her.
I'm sure you're getting Michelle in there.
Oh, Michelle,
Yeah.
she's an adjunct. 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 But anyway, I would like the children, now we don't have anybody from Aunt Leona, we don't have anybody from Aunt Willie. And then we don't have anybody from Aunt Verna. These are Homer and Rosa's children. And then we have Aunt Jane, correct?
Yes.
So with the sons and daughters of Aunt Jane, this is Rosa and Homer Ferree's children. So with the children of Homer and Rosa Ferree, please stand. I want you to recognize
Nobody's here.
Aunt
Roseanne.
Jane Lawrence Hall. Okay, stand, please.
Welcome to the family.
So that is my father's sister, Jane, and those are her children. Then I want to recognize my aunt who comes next. Lorraine.
Lorraine.
Right. All right, so the children of Lorraine. And we don't have Aunt Willie. Right now.
No.
Okay, I'm just getting reacquainted with my family. And then we have, my father, I think he comes next, Homer, with the children of Homer and the children of Homer and Louise. Homer is the son of Homer and Rosa Yurt. So this would be their child, Homer. With those children of Homer and Louise's, please stand.
Otherwise known as the Flatwoods Game. Jim is triple.
And then we have Jim in New Jersey and Rosa in Louisville. He's incapacitated and she's.
Incapacitated.
Hey, Jim, show us your new buddy. Pop a wheelie on it.
All right, so then there's Jerry.
Yeah, that's a.
That's Jay.
Jerry was sworn down. I don't know what.
Yeah, we don't have Berna, we don't have Ferree.
We did that.
I guess that's.
Yeah, that's right. Then, we've got Uncle Jimmy, and then the children of
Jim, Uncle Jim.
Yeah.
Uncle Jim. Right. We did.
But
Well, then stand up.
Amber Sand, and her children.
Al.
And then, last but not least, my favorite uncle, Uncle Al.
Yay.
Uncle Al.
You need a pink shirt, Andy.
This is Uncle Al's son.
You gotta stand up.
And we have some fun to talk. I'll let them introduce their families. But, I have, my husband is at home. He has, Alzheimer's dementia. So this is mom and dad. Thanks to my sister-in-law, Marilyn.
Yay, Marilyn.
So anyway, I have Jerry, who is co-sponsoring with this. He's my oldest. He is in Austin, Texas.
Oh, wow.
We'll forgive you for that.
Where's Jerry at in that picture? Where's Jerry at in that picture?
I don't know about, I think that's just a dead.
That's what fell in the swirl.
And then I have my son Sean, and he's not here. His wife's dad is having surgery. I didn't say I was going to go in order. That's my youngest son, Joel. Please stand. Almost famous. And then I have my one and only special daughter. Favorite daughter, Sarah.
So she is our adjunctive informational technologist.
Right, and then I wanted to introduce everybody that doesn't know. If you, when you go through the pictures on the scroll, you'll see a Christmassy picture. And standing behind me, when you're looking at those, is my son, Paul. He was adopted by a couple when I was in nursing school. And I just reacquainted with him 2 years ago. At 55 years of age, 55 years between me giving him up for adoption and finding him.
My ancestries, right?
My Ancestry.com. Yeah, his daughter and my son, Jerry, collaborated. So I was very, very happy to find him after all these years. And it was a very happy day in my life because there was a position when I was a student. He was born, and the surgeon promised me that he would see that that baby got the best family in town. And his adoptive parents, his mother was a nurse, and his father was an engineer. So he told me that he had the best life growing up that any child could have had. So I was just over the moon thinking that I did right by him, that I wasn't able to take care of him. My mom was sick. My dad over-imbibed, and we had a tough time growing up, but God loves us. He loves all of us. And they would be so proud, Mom and Dad, of your children. And though it was hard for them, they put the best of themselves and made us. And so it goes down the line. And Elmer wants me to tell the most favorite of my stories, and that involves my little brother. When we were growing up, I was the oldest, of course, and he was born in December. You know, it's not a warm month. And Mom had a bassinet. They're old-fashioned things with legs and a basket, and they had wheels on the bottom. And so I was the designated keep them asleep oldie. So he was the swally one of the family. And here I was on a cold linoleum floor, and I had my hands on that bottom rack of wheels. And every time he hollered, I had dozed off. At least I had a pillow on the floor. And I'd wake up, I'd hear Mother, Marjorie, drop that baby. And that was my memory of my childhood, because look what he's become. I'm so proud of him, and I couldn't have rocked a better baby.
Wonderful. That story's a new one on me. So I'll tell you a story about Diane and I later, but it was, yeah, it's sort of funny, but okay. Who's next? Who's next?
Oh, wait.
The fickle finger of fate points at you.
Okay, I'm Susie Riley, Lorraine's daughter, and my brother George, and my sister Sherry. We have some friends with us, Cindy, and my other sister, and my blood sister. Now, this is supposed to be stories about growing up as a Ferree. Well, the problem, I have several, but this is strictly as part of the Ferree family. I forgot.
I let Martha get away with 10 minutes, but not you. She was speaking for Rose. No. Just to keep things going. That's what I meant.
Oh, I miss Brian too.
Okay. And then Sherry gets to talk.
Well, this is a story, I'll tell it really fast. This is about Michelle. And Mark and Jan, they came to our house once when we were living on Bluffwood Drive. And stayed long enough to go to grade school with me one day. And we went to St. Monica's up in Indianapolis, and after school, we dilly-dallied or something, and we missed the school bus home. I said, don't worry about it. I know the way home. I was in first grade. And my other siblings had gotten on the bus and gone home. And I said, don't worry about it. I know how to get home. We started down Michigan Road. What's that road called? Road
421.
421. Yeah. And here we are, walking down the street, when here comes my brother, Reg, roaring up and yells and rolls down and says, get in the car, you are really in trouble. I said, what? We missed the bus. You're really in trouble. He was just really mad because he had to leave what he was doing. He was 16 and could drive. No, he couldn't have been 16. Was he that old? Anyway, he came and picked us up. We got in trouble, but we did make it home. So that was an adventure. Michelle says, I vaguely remember that. But my favorite growing up, well, and when Diane, of course, graced her presence with us after I was grown. And we had so many fun times at the old house, and enjoyed getting to know her again. But my favorite growing up with my family, my individual family, the Rileys, was when we moved out to the west side of town on Bluffwood Drive. There was something magical about that place. And we, all 7 of us, they built a house on a cliff, and my dad put the house, funny, on the lot. The front door actually faced the cliff. Why he did that, I have no idea. But that place was magical, and any of my cousins that came to visit us in Bluffwood Drive, it was like Wonderland, because we had the whole flat down below. We'd go down the cliff, and there was the creek, and It was great for tobogganing in the winter. We'd go down the hill and then smack into the creek. And sometimes it wasn't completely frozen. And it would go down the creek. But that place was like heaven for me because my brother George taught me how to trap. And for my 9th birthday, my favorite ever birthday present was a rabbit trap.
Oh my God.
Well, he taught me how to use it too. He said, now, Susie, I'm gonna let you have this, but you have to get how to do this. I said, okay, how do I do it? So he showed me how to very carefully open the trap and put it ready to spring. He goes, now, we need an animal. I said, okay. He goes, go get your Huckleberry Hound stuffed dog. So I went over and I got my I think I had gotten it. And he said, okay, this is what will happen. And he turned Huckleberry Hound upside down. He had a plastic nose. And he dropped it right smack dab in the middle of the thing. And I went, whack! Smack that thing. And he goes, now, you don't want that to be your hand. But he put up with me going down, and I was his little sidekick.
Sounds like a ringleader.
It was. And I appreciate all my sisters and brothers, but George was the one that opened up that whole new world of trapping. Anyway,
All right.
and all my cousins that ever got to come to our house, we had a heyday.
We had a good time. All right. So, you have
No, she has to tell hers because she's so much younger. It was a
So,
different life.
all right. So you were traveling foxes, right, instead of rabbits? Did he teach you how to do versus dogs?
Yeah, what I remember George doing on Bluffwood Drive, there's like this big, hill, and then the driveway. He would ride his motorcycle up that hill and fly into the air and hit that gravel road. Daddy was never happy about that. He used to call his motorcycles suicide.
I should have known better.
Right. I don't know if I could pick one favorite memory. So it's me, right? I lived in Indianapolis. Everybody knows that. Amber, my daughter, is here. She will vouch that Cindy, when we invite Cindy to parties to entertain us. Is that her right there? Not trying to get her. Yeah, that's right. She's hiding. That's my baby girl, Valentina.
There you go.
Patrick, there she is. Patrick, oh, she's okay. But so we lived in Indianapolis, so I was 5. So that was cool. We had this creek in the backyard, with 2.5 acres around us. It was beautiful. Snowing, tobogganing on stuff. So that was all fun. Then we moved to Fort Lauderdale when I was 5. We lived across the street from the ocean. Now, that was beautiful. So we had both, best of both worlds. But in Fort Lauderdale, we would go on Sunday morning. We would go over to the beach, and Mom would make breakfast. Those were great memories. I think we have pictures of not Andy, but Lisa and Aaron and Scott. And they stayed with us down at the beach, and the twins, Mary and Helen, and everything. But and the highlight of living in Fort Lauderdale was the mosquito truck. The truck that used to come around and spray for mosquitoes with all those chemicals, and we would run behind it because it was fog. It was this fog, and we just thought it was so much fun, inhaling all. So that's why we're all here, okay? That's my story, I'm sticking to it. Okay.
Thank you. Deep dark secrets. Michelle, do you want to sing anything? Come on. Yeah, the bigger your family, the more you all get to talk, so.
The only thing I thought of was short and sweet. I was the Ferree for the first 5 years, and I don't remember anybody or anything before that. But there is a traumatic experience in Florida when we were in Coral Gables. Mama was frying chicken and caught the kitchen on fire, and I was the one holding the door open for the firemen. Hurry up, go put it out, go put it out. And then the next memory I had was coming here for a Ferree reunion in 2017. So what came apart has come back together again. So thanks very much.
As sweet as it was short. Okay, George. Everybody covered it? Your whole existence as a Ferree? Okay, all right. Well, let's reach in the back of the room. Oh, Martha, you already talked. Sarah, you want to say anything? Okay, all right. You'll do it. Okay, all right.
All right, so, I know,
Mitch, are you gonna speak, Mike?
I could, but.
We normally don't let outlaws speak at meetings.
You'll receive anything I say. Okay, so before we get into the story, I'm gonna tell you the story. So when Mike and I were dating, he was telling me a story about when all of the boys slept upstairs and they would hear something in the night. They'd hear a creak and then bump, 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 bump. And they thought it was a big. What? No, I'm telling anyways. And then,
Two versions.
so they're thinking, oh, it's a big rat, we're gonna catch it. Because they had a door upstairs where all the boys slept. And they had a door downstairs, right? So they shut the downstairs door and they heard bump, 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 bump. And they shut the door upstairs. They said, then they turned on the lights and they're like, we got the rat. And there was nothing there. Ooh, so what was it? It was Grandma Ferree, right? Because she died in the house, whatever. And then, so when Mike and I were dating and we went to go visit, and his mom says, ooh, you guys could spend the night. You know, she talked like that. You guys could spend the night. You should spend the night, and Mike, you could sleep in the bed here, and Paula can sleep on the couch. And I'm like, oh, I'm not sleeping in this house. I'm not. Please coming down the stairs. Oh, but so that's my story. That's it.
Rest assured that my version is slightly different. So, Mike's recollection was a little shaky, especially secondhand. Mark, what do you want to say?
Jim was back.
I did great.
Well, let's get to them.
Rosie said.
Mike, do you want to add to or whatever?
Well, the thing I just wanted to say is just introduce the family. Well, there's Paula, wife of 39 years of men at Purdue. So we were blessed with two boys. I'd like to introduce Luke and his fiancee Jenna Edwards, and they like many in the Ferree family are nursing. Jenna is a nurse, so welcome. So we appreciate them coming and visiting with the group. And then our youngest son, Sam, and his wife, Tasha. And our two grandchildren, Rosie, 4 going on 5, sometimes really. And Wes, 2. My favorite story was just, we all had assignments as we were the last of the brew, my job was to vacuum the living room, and at Christmas time, we get our old cedar tree that we chopped down one of them in our old home place, decorate it, and I put the old 33 Christmas song albums, turn the lights on for the tree and the rest of the house lights off, sit there and just enjoy.
Called Simple Pleasure. All right. Sarah, do you want to say something? I was ready. Oh, okay. She's going to fix it. She's going to do the IT thing. All right. So now we have Carl's family. Cinderella, Adam. Are you going to say anything?
We need to pick.
Are you going to say anything? Not sing anything. Well, you could sing. That's all right. You can join me in a duet. Actually, we're all going to sing a song together. At the end of this.
Hey, Adam, how about you stand over here? Let me see if you. There we go.
There you go.
There you go. Now you're on the camera for them, so they can see you too.
I'm Carl's oldest boy, Adam, and my memories of my grandpa were going out there because my dad and my grandpa worked together. And my grandpa, he was a character, but I remember a lot about him. like he had a pet crow for a little bit. I don't know if anybody knew that. Yeah, and one of the guys.
And a pet raccoon, and a pet.
Yeah. And one of the guys said, "What are you gonna do with that crow if it craps on you?" He said, "Probably kill it." And he did. He was jumping from his shoulders, back his head, crapped on his hat, and then never saw a crow again. And you know, just growing up, going out there seeing Grandma, it was always nice to see Grandma. She'd make donuts, and you know, and then after Grandpa passed away, we moved out there. I haven't never seen a ghost, so I'll just tell you that. So yeah, that may be, but y'all were around college age group, might have been some times. No. Yeah. Just teasing. But anyways, but no, I mean, and I really enjoyed growing up back there at the farm, you know, because my dad, he worked hard, and I remember all those times of spending back there with Grandma and Grandpa, and, you know, and we live out there now, so.
Beat goes on.
Yeah.
All right. Matt, you want to say anything? Sure. Go ahead, fire away.
I want to say I'm blessed to have been married to Carl for 8 years and have all my children and my grandchildren and now great grandchildren. I'm just blessed. I don't know anything else to say.
Absolutely.
I thank God for.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Mark, you.
I just wanted you to ask Jim, since we're talking about Carl, our brother, and Jim and Carl were very much frenemies. Is that what you say?
Frenemies or
Frenemies. And I'm sure
brothers, whatever.
Yeah. So, Jim, do you want to tell the story about your brother Carl hanging you off the roof?
That was me. You ruined my story. No, I'm just kidding. Jim, did you get hung off the roof too?
Well, what was the topic I'm supposed to talk about? Because there's quite a few.
Your favorite memory growing up at Ferree. Well, and update your family a little bit, and then where's Jan? Where's she hiding?
She's just stepped away for a sec. She'll be back. But like
okay.
Michael, we just celebrated our 37th anniversary this week. So we've been married on July 6th.
Wow. Somebody's getting old.
And our only son, Jason, moved out to Seattle. He celebrated his 5th anniversary with his wife, Kendall. So here they are in picture form.
Such
Jason and
yummies.
Kendall. And Jason had quite an accomplishment this year. He graduated from the University of Washington, got his MBA in finance. And second to his major accomplishment, he climbed 2 mountains in Seattle, Mount Rainier and Mount Baker.
Woo! Woo!
So he became quite the mountain climber. So as far as Homer, you said tell a story about Carl.
No, I didn't say that. I said tell your favorite story about, if that involves Carl, that's fine. Go ahead. But I would steer clear of that if I were you. But
It's coming from the TV, I think. It's not coming from this.
No, so
The
I would say
TV.
probably the favorite part about, can you hear me now?
yeah.
Yeah, my favorite part probably was on Sunday afternoons that Mike, Homer, and we would play ball with Dad a lot because Dad was, I guess, someone could correct me, a semi-pro baseball pitcher, and how much he would teach us about baseball and really got into that. And Dad was such attentive and so much into our family when we were kids on Sundays. And then at the end of the day, we would all load up in the car, which I never remember 10 of us in a car though, okay? But load us up and take us to Ferree's and get sherbet ice cream. That was, to me, one of the favorite
We
parts.
fit in the car.
So
No
yeah,
seatbelts, but we fit in the car.
yeah, definitely no seatbelts, but it was truly one of the most memorable times growing up. Sundays at the farm, and then going for ice cream on Sunday nights.
All right. Second those emotions. Thanks, Jim. Hang about. We got more stories, so. And we don't need to stop for a commercial break. So, Sarah, did you want to
Keep
say
it rolling.
Rosa wants to say something. Okay, Rosa. I already gave you 5 minutes to Martha, but you get it back.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm sorry I'm not there. I got the big COVID. And being a nurse, that's unforgivable. But anyway, I am sorry that I'm not there, and I wish I could be there to see you all and give you a big hug, but you don't want me there since I'm COVID. You know, and I really am truly sorry that I missed you all because I enjoy presents. And the main reason is because of the fact that Mom and Dad, you know, would pile us in the station wagon and we'd go visiting the cousins. And like in the Rileys, when they lived in Indianapolis, we would go and visit the cousins in Florida. So, you know, that was fun times, I think, for me to see all my cousins. I'm missing the opportunity to see them again. As far as my family, they didn't come. They have other things to do. My son, Eric, and then my daughter, Jennifer, and Jennifer's husband is Matthew, and my daughter-in-law is Amy. So, and I have two small well, I shouldn't say they're that small anymore, two grandchildren, Holland and Adelaide, and they're the joys of my life. And I appreciate, you know, having that opportunity to have grandchildren. Like I said, I wish I could be there with you guys.
You're here. You're here.
Yeah. Well, my virtual, yeah. I'm a little hoarse. But,
I wonder why.
Yeah. So, but I enjoyed those times that we spent as children, you know, socializing with our cousins. To me, that was a big part of my life. And you know how you come back from school in the summertime, you had to tell a story about your summer. What did you do? Always told them about going to Indianapolis and visiting cousins or the cousins in Florida. And, you know, that was something that I always talked about growing up in school. So, but I do miss you all and love you all, okay? And and so like I said, I wished I could be there. Oh, one thing I wanted to ask you, did you have an opportunity to look at the wall charts?
Oh, no, I didn't put them, they were just too big. I did not put them up. So I'm sorry about that, but yeah, if I could turn the camera, they're over there on the wall, bright and beautiful, even though they're in black and white.
They got lots of looks.
They got lots of looks and a few photos and yeah. So it was a effort well worth it.
I have something that Jared just sent me to read.
Oh,
Yeah.
sure.
And
Okay.
a lot of the work that was those wall charts with my husband, Steve, he did all the work. He was in charge.
I told him that, yeah. But I said you were an integral part in the process.
Right.
Yeah, the break the punch.
Unless you have any questions from me, I'll shut up.
No, that's okay. This gives me an opportunity to do a public service announcement. Okay? I hate to say it,
Okay.
and
He said ask Amber if she wants to talk.
Amber.
Ask Amber.
Oh, Amber, oh, there you are. Yeah, we're gonna, okay, I'll do my PSA later. Go ahead, fire away. Go ahead.
I typed mine in the chat because my internet keeps going in and out, and I wasn't sure if I was gonna be able to go.
Sent me a very long message.
So far, so good. So far, so good. Good to see your smiling face and your little ones. Okay, they've been part of the party, the best part of the party, as it always is with little kids having them around. So you're blessed. You're blessed.
She sent you a message?
Yeah, do you want to read it?
Oh, you have a message. We'll read it, or we'll go ahead and Sherry will read it.
Hi, this is Amber Jean Pierre, Sherry's daughter, and I was super lucky to grow up in Boca Raton, Florida, living right next door to my grandparents, John, Reg, and Lorraine Riley, along with my Uncle George and Aunt Cindy and David. I have the best memories from all of the holiday and family dinners we spent together on Northwest 6th Street. One of my fondest memories is having breakfast all together after church at the Bridge Hotel and feeding the fish off the dock. I wish we could be there to see everyone in person, but love that we were able to join via Zoom. Thank you for making that possible.
Oh, great.
I hope you are all having a great weekend and catching up, and hope that we can make it to the next one.
Absolutely.
Thank
Your presence is commended at the next meeting. So let's see. Huh? I know, but do we have a statement from Jerry? Did you, Sarah, did you say you?
It was Jerry that Amber's message.
Oh, okay, Jerry forwarded. All right. All right, Diane, you can come up. I'll let you do it. Here we go. Diane, well, she takes after her two sisters. Go ahead.
Okay, so my 5 minutes starts
That's
now.
funny. Go ahead.
All right, 3 things. Growing up was Sunday. Sundays were my best day. Kind of goes in with what Michael, you were saying. We would get up Sunday morning, we'd all get dressed, go into church, and one of Mom and Dad's friends said, caught me off to one side and said, they're the parents of one of my best friends there, the cleaners. And so they come in, and we just love it when Bud and Louise Ferree come to church with their children, stair-stepped in line in the 2 rows. So Sunday always started out a perfect day. Dad, we would get home, we got to choose candy from the store. Dad would make this big breakfast, and we would be all full at lunchtime. We weren't hungry. Then we would have a big supper. So Dad was home from the beginning, start of Sunday to the very end of Sunday. Most times it was Polly's Freeze, but there was times when Aunt Jane and Uncle Lawrence, we went over there. Eileen, Harold, and Mary Kay would say, we love the little Ferree. So Sunday was my best day growing up because of that. Second thing is I was born between 2 older brothers and 2 younger brothers. And I was the first girl born after Teresa, the first Teresa had passed away. So I was protected very much when I was growing up. Little did I know that there was another girl coming along, that's the second Teresa, and when she was born, that's it. I remember freedom. I was able to go out to the woods with Mike, Jim, and I. We called ourselves the 3 Musketeers. We'd be out there all the time, and Mike and Jim and I would, like, you know, have you ever been cedar trees and it snows really hard and the cedar trees bend? We would climb the trees up and would jump down the cedar tree and do it. Mom had no idea we were doing this, but she was happy. She had her second little Teresa there, and I was cut free. And the last one was, I remember sitting on my mom's lap, but the best that I think it was, is that Sundays. Sundays always mean the most to me. In fact, I remember a Sunday when I broke it. It was probably the next, like the 3rd Sunday after Dad's death. And I just broke down on Sunday, something like a closet, whatever broke down. And it was on a Sunday. And I said, that's so sweet. I had 2 of my best friends around. They were just hugging me. But Sundays was always my special day. A lot I had, but like I said, Aunt Jane and Uncle Lawrence were just the best. Felt like they were my parents too.
There you go. Thanks, Diane. You know it's coming. You've had all this time. Oh, yeah. That was subconscious. Don't worry about it.
It's all up to you here.
Mark has nine left. So
Cheryl,
maybe
to
we'll-
your right, up to the, there you go.
There you go.
Well, growing up, I guess, you know, the little boy, brother, sister, I was picked on Mary Catherine, and I kind of continued that through life. And a few years ago, I was getting her birthday card, and got this card, and it said, it's kind of like, I was supposed to be the older one. It says, I remember when we were growing up, our first fight, and our birthdays and stuff. And it says, and I remember when you were born, when mom and dad brought you home from Kelly. And I guess my best memories is you guys, is growing up on the farm, you know, you're kind of isolated, you know, all you guys can come and visit, and then just the memories of that, and then going to visit you guys too. Through there, so. Yeah, so that's okay.
Well, I have a question, because I heard the story that when Eileen was born, you tried to flush her down the toilet. Is
No,
that true?
no more
Mary
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Catherine
much.
tried to flush you down the
Oh,
toilet?
Yes.
We did.
You had
I was 12 when we had it.
Oh,
And,
That's
Pretty bad you got thrown into the outhouse.
I want to hear that story.
well, I can figure it out.
How old were you?
I was just a baby.
Yeah, he was newborn, just by home.
But to,
And she tried
Oh,
to.
my gosh.
all the films, you know, Mary Catherine had her baptism, the first bath, and the first
Yeah.
sledding and stuff like that. And when I came along, had my baptism, and then I did the Christmas, and Mary Catherine's there, and then when Eileen came along, it was just a baptism. Everything was on Mary Catherine.
Oh.
So I guess she's kind of jealous.
Yes, kind of. We're glad she wasn't consistent.
Okay,
Okay.
get you back on schedule. Girl.
Oh, no, we're on schedule. We're fine. Okay. Next to last but not least, Andrew. How do we do my call? Oh! He's going big boy.
No, it's all right.
You have to be on the mic.
There you go.
Recorded. To be recorded.
Oh, to be my mom. All right.
All right. Be that way.
Pass this around and talk like this, you know, so.
Can you hear me out there? Rosie, can you hear me?
Yes.
Excellent. I am John Andrew Ferree, son of Diane and Alfred Carl Ferree. I'm one of 7, born in San Antonio, Texas, raised a Buckeye in Columbus, Ohio.
We know that. The Texas thing is new on me, so I'm glad.
So what did you know?
Well,
Do I have the minutes? Do I have the minutes?
you have an extra 45 seconds.
Oh, you should have on the microphone. You just spent 60 seconds over.
Don't stare at me, talk.
This is another reason you should have the microphone.
Yeah.
Take it away from
Would
me.
you just be quiet? And put the mic down. There you go. My time. Okay, I am the son of Alfred Carl Ferree and Diane Sucker. I had 6 siblings. I'm the last one standing. A unique position. Scott, Pat, Neil, Lisa, Andy, Aaron, Matt. Right, so I'm an orphan. By definition, I'm an orphan.
We've adopted you.
Yeah, we'll adopt.
Homer?
Yes, this is my family.
Excuse me.
And bad.
I'm
No.
sworn to silence.
I know you can't help yourself.
We back here want to hear what that orphan has to say.
Thank you.
Mike.
I don't want to touch that mic.
COVID. Get COVID.
We've been talking to it, spitting in it, and handing it to me, and we haven't wiped it. We haven't wiped it. The science says wipe it.
As long as you didn't lick it, you're fine. Seriously.
You leaned into a window and you got COVID, all right? You leaned into the window.
14 days out.
All right, I'm saying to everybody, Eddie, let's don't debate this. Give me the minutes and I'll be done, all right? Please. Please. So you got me off track a little bit, but I get back on track. I'll get back on track. Other than faith, family's the best thing you got, really.
Yes.
And maybe health, But even in ill health, you have another life, right? And I believe it. I'm a man of faith, raised Catholic all the way up. But I do, I'm very blessed despite all the despair and death in my life. Life is good. Life is good. So I have 4 beautiful children: Julianne, John Andrew, Jill Ariel, and Jordan Elise. All live in New York City. They're all doing great. And I was just advised on Father's Day that my oldest child, 40 years old, is going to have a baby. So I hope to join the ranks of grandparents. I know that being a couple is really, really cool. But being a grandpa, can't imagine how cool that's going to be. Yeah. So, thanks for the time.
You have an extra minute.
That's all right. I defer.
Okay, you yield your time back.
I yield my time
Mr.
back.
Chairman.
Yeah.
Jim's clapping.
All right. Tyler, you want to say anything? This is our oldest grandson, Tyler Charles Ferree. So, he's silent. All right, I gotta fill a void. There's not much of a void. TC Ferree, absolutely.
Go Stars.
Providence High School, number 28, right? 44. That was his dad, who's number 28. Sorry about that. I get them mixed up a lot.
He's watching the wrong kid for 4 years.
Yeah. So at any rate, I told you I was going to do a PSA because of Rosa being sick with the virus and me had the virus. Like I said, I'm 14 days out, seriously. So I'll give you a hug, that's fine. Seriously, any of us are at risk for developing the COVID. This Omicron variant is very, very spreadable, etc. So if you come down with a sore throat, headache, muscle ache, cough, don't despair, okay? Chances are you'll do just fine. If you're in an at-risk category, like me, you have diabetes or some other compromising health condition, then do get the Paxlovid. Test yourself early. I still have my kits available. If anybody wants to test before they leave. But seriously, if you do get ill, and this goes for you too, Rosa, it'll still help. I want you to take some calcium and vitamin D, 500 to 1,000 of each, 500 milligrams of calcium and 500 units of vitamin D, and zinc, about 60 to 80 milligrams of zinc. You can get that in the Zycam lozenges times a day. So seriously, and lots of fluids, lots of rest. If it's 101 at home like it was Tuesday, go be outside. I stayed inside all day Tuesday. I was proud of myself. But I had no clue it got to 101. So, okay. So now on to my upbringing, okay? If you buy my book, you'll find the story. No, I'm just kidding. Seriously, I'm proud of this work, and it was an honor of my family. So, I'll give you a copy if you want, but, it's kind of like, okay.
Buy 3, get 1 free.
Buy 1, get 1 free, yeah, that's a good deal. So at any rate, my favorite memory, it's already been touched on. Diane eloquently stated, yes, Sundays was our favorite day. Okay, Dad usually was in a pretty good mood. We'd go to church. We'd stop at either Brewster's or Eckert's, and get a pound of bacon, and we'd be able to get whatever candy we wanted, up to 10 cents per person. So it was good. So we go home, have breakfast, and then, you know, most of the time, of course, Polly's Freeze came during the summer. They closed in September, I think, around Labor Day. So, but before Polly's Freeze, we got to all climb onto the log truck and sit on the sides of the log truck while Dad would drive it down through the bottoms to the creek, okay? And we'd go swimming. Swimming was a relative term because the water at its deepest was to our waist. So it's kind of like, okay, no wonder we, you know, didn't learn to swim until we were adults like me and my 3-year-old son started going off the high dive, and I go, okay, all right, I got to learn this one. Enough of this. So at any rate, but and then after we did that, we'd come home, clean up, and then go to Polly's Freeze. We'd load up in the wagon. One time we had a wagon that had one of those rear-facing seats, and I absolutely refused to ride in it because I had serious vestibular problems, and I would get sick and barf, and I would not feel like eating ice cream. So anyway, I always rode in the middle seat. And we did not have seatbelts. I don't think we even had seatbelts in the wagon, much less, you know, one for everybody. So, but at any rate, they were good times to help counterbalance the hard times. And as I've told the girls, you know, the cousins, hey, I wouldn't trade it for anything because they created who I am, who my siblings are. We went through it together, and I think it was Mark who said we survived. We survived. Not only did we survive, we thrived, okay? So many college graduates and professionals and family and all, so it's been great. Now, a little family, one little brief family. One of the highlights of our life is when Uncle Bill and Aunt Leona gave us their black 52 Buick, and we thought we were rich. My God, look at this big car and all this room and this leather. What the heck? So, but that was one of the highlights and helped us really, you know, it was a simple gift to them. It meant a lot to us kids. Like, okay, now we're as good as anybody else in this county. So that was one of my other favorite memories. So. Okay. Anybody else have any stories? Harold.
One other thing. I think we ought to thank Homer, Marilyn, everybody put this together.
Oh. It's been a labor of love. It's been, excuse my French, frustrating as hell sometimes, but it's been a labor of love, and your appreciation means everything. Okay. So I'm just so grateful because, as you know, we lost Carl, we lost Gloria, you know, Andy lost his brother just a few months ago. None of us knows Marilyn lost her brother due to COVID. In fact, right before the vaccine was available. It just broke our hearts. So he died in early December, and of course the vaccine came out about mid-December. So, and he lived in Terre Haute, 70 miles from Indianapolis, where the Eli Lilly plant is. Do you think he'd get a break on any therapy from Lilly? No. Okay. It was just so frustrating, as a lot of families have had it. So that's why I want you to respect this virus. I want you to know about it, but I don't want you to be afraid of it. We got to deal with it. It is what it is. But like I said, if you get infected, do the smart thing. And you know, if you get shoulder breath or chest pain, you go to the hospital. Now I didn't get that way, so I was kind of like, okay, I don't want to go to the hospital, and I had to query myself several times. Okay, how bad do you feel, and all that. But I'm living proof you can survive it. So, and a lot of others have. Thank God to everything that's going on. All right. Well, that was more PSA stuff. I tell you what we'll do. Any last minute takers of this? What time is it? It's 10 after 8. So why don't we let everybody take a little break? Martha,
Yes.
See, you're the one who gets me in trouble. Where did Andy go?
No, and Jerry didn't get to say a word.
Oh, are you still awake, Jerry?
Looks like.
Jerry. Jerry.
It might be frozen. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, no, he's moving. He's moving.
Well, we were looking at the other.
The other chair.
Oh, this one hasn't moved one iota. All right, Jerry, say something.
I just wanted to say that after tonight, I'm recording this whole meeting and I'll put this on YouTube with the slideshow and put that in the Cousin Clan Facebook group. So,
Fantastic.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jerry.
Thank you, Jerry.
Same. Thanks so much. That was an excellent video. I think the third time around was really good. Really good. Okay?
I don't think we ever went through the whole.
Yeah, we did. They went through
We almost started.
3 times. So, but it was fantastic. I hope everybody got a kick out of it, and it'll be on the Free Cousin Clan in perpetuity or however long Facebook lasts. Okay. But we'll try to record it in some fashion so we have it for posterity. We have to review it the next, we'll show it at the next one. By the way, I am taking volunteers for being the family reunion coordinator for 2027. Okay, if anybody's interested, but think about it. Florida, yeah, we're doing a Florida trip. We're doing a Florida trip. Ideal. Well, you have to team up. You can team up together. Well, we got 5 years. You got 5 years to get ready. So, okay. Yes.
I'm not even officially part of the family, but I think we should do a cruise.
A cruise? Okay. We'll see what the price of diesel fuel is, before we climb on the ship, making sure we make it back from whatever destination. But that's not a bad idea. It's not a bad idea. So that would be on the possibilities list. So now that we have the free, by the way, I did want to tell everybody, and this includes you, Rosa, you can join Facebook and just keep your privacy to yourself. Just join Facebook, set your privacy settings to the max, and then join the Ferree Cousin Clan. Andy has made that possible for the last, 7 years?
Yeah.
And it's a good resource. And as long as you stay with family and friends, people that and like I say, you can set your privacy settings and don't post anything political. I found that out. You just don't want to do that. Okay? So, having said that, tune in on Thursday nights so you can catch my medical updates. So, all right. And that was genuine certified Ferree medical advice you got tonight. So, okay? So, I don't know if we can do this. Where do you all, Harold?
Yeah, this that we signed in with our names and.
Oh, yes, make sure, let's see, where'd that thing go? A drawing. Yeah, you win a free brownie, how's that? Make sure, I've got this yellow pad, I'll get you a pen somewhere. Make sure that we have your name, address, phone number, and email address. So.
I wonder if we could get a copy before we left, then we have everybody's information. For us.
Copy that.
Of that.
That's what this is. Oh, okay. Yeah, once everybody signs up, I've only got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12.
Harold, take a picture with your phone.
That's it. You can take a picture of it. And I've only got 12 on here. So Joel, you need to sign out. Martha, make sure you're on here. Otherwise, my only other advice is, like I said, join Facebook, set your privacy settings to the max. Do not post anything political or controversial, and people will leave you alone. When you're boring, they leave you alone. Okay? So, Yes, Jerry, we thanked you several times in abstention. Okay, so once again, thanks for helping us out. Okay? So we'll tell you what, where would you all rather do ghost stories? In here or in the lounge area? Someplace more. Someplace more? Lounge area. I don't know if the fireplace folks or not, but we can check. So we will reconvene. Is half hour enough to do your business, go to the bathroom, whatever? Okay, go change your clothes, put on a sweater, jacket, maybe peacoat, whatever you got. And, well, let's just say we'll reconvene at 9 o'clock. I think that's when we were scheduled anyway. So we'll do ghost stories. Hopefully everybody's got a little gas left in the tank for those, okay? And I'll give you my version of Grandma Ferree. Hey, Jerry, another big thanks for your technical.
Thanks, Jerry.
All right. Rosa, thank you for all the genealogic stuff that you and Steve put together. Hey, everybody wave bye, and we'll see you the next time, okay? All right, love you all. Bye-bye. We'll stay here. You stay. You can hear the cackles in there, but if you're ready to sign off, that's cool. Sarah, where did Sarah go?
Hey, Jerry, what's the story with the other
Hey,
picture of you?
What is this dummy picture of you? Is this you on a podcast? Okay. Hey, is that animal alive? You got sitting by you right there? Oh, good. I mean, he hadn't moved, or she hadn't moved, for God knows. I've been watching and watching. I think, come on, wiggle your tail at least. All right, good to know. Good to know.
Rosa's got a question.
Rosa, you have a question? Can you speak up any? Yeah? All right. Okay. So, like I said, I think everybody wants to go somewhere where it's warm. It's kind of frigid here. You would have had a great time freezing in this room, but it's been good. So,
Yeah, well,
all right. Well, thank you all. Take care, Jim. Good to have you aboard. This was great. So, all right. We'll see you guys later.
I have a question, Homer.
Oh, yeah.
Ask Jerry, where do the location we find YouTube about the Ferree?
Jerry, do you have the picture video on or it's on that you need to sign up for restricted Facebook too, okay?
No.
But the Ferree Cousin Clan's a good. All right. So Jerry,
text it to us.
Jim, Jim's number. Send him a text. Okay. All right. So good enough. All right. See you guys. It was great. It was fantastic. It was fun. See ya.
Yeah, I actually.